When it comes to an AR-15, you can throw a lot of stuff on it, but you need the right pieces to put all that stuff on it, or at least make it easier to do so. Today I'm talking about different handguards you can choose from, and this is specifically for drop-in carbine length gas systems. If you buy an AR, usually most budget guns, they come with these standard plastic handguards. There's nothing special about these really. They're lightweight, and they allow you to hold the gun. They do have a classic look to them though. This one is very basic and came on an M&P Sport 2. This doesn't have a heat shield, though it does have holes for venting. Some of these style of handguards do actually come with heat shields, just this one doesn't. They're not super solid on the gun. It locks in with just these little tabs and the holes, just like that. If you get the gun hot enough, these can even start melting off. Now, most people probably aren't going to get it to that point, but these little tabs can get hot and cause issues with the fitment. One of the biggest things about this style is you can't really add things to it. There are a couple of adapters out there that you can add stuff using the holes, but it's not super intuitive. So another option is going to be this handguard from Magpul, the MOE M-Lock handguard. There is actually a difference between MOE and M-Lock, so I would just stick with M-Lock. The great thing about these is they're only about $30, and it allows you to add stuff. For example, a Magpul vertical grip and a QD attachment point for a sling. And this one is made by BCM. And that allows you to put your sling in a different spot other than the sling loop on the front of the gun. And you can also add a light on here. So inside there is actually a heat shield, and it locks together nicely. It seems a lot more secure and solid as opposed to the cheaper one. For only around $30, it's a good option. So then there's also a quad rail. Now there's a lot of different rails to choose from. This one is made by a government contractor. I got it from Brownells. They didn't specify, but I believe it might be the company that made P&S products. There's also Knight's Armament, which is similar. For these, you would expect to pay $100 to $200, depending if you're buying new or used. Picatinny rails are very versatile. All of these slots on all sides allow you to mount stuff wherever you want. So I've got a light, a Knight's grip, and Magpul sling attachment there. Now what's special about these, specifically the government contractor rails, is that they lock in with a screw. On this one, you can see it right underneath the front of the optic, right there. The reason this is important is when you're adding laser aiming modules. Lasers need to be zeroed and hold zero. If your rail is not locking in, the laser's not going to hold zero. There are downsides to Picatinny quad rails. One is that they're heavy. Comparing to an M-Lock handguard, even a metal one, Picatinny is just going to be heavier. However, they are extremely robust. Another downside is they're absolute cheese graters. If your hand slips and hits the rail somehow, it's going to hurt or even cut you. That's why you see these rail covers on. You basically just add these panels wherever you aren't adding stuff. So you have these rib panels which come in various sizes. They just slide right onto the rail. But there's also these here, and these are from Magpul. They're two pieces. You just slide them up onto the rail and they click in, and it's easy to put these in smaller and harder to reach places. Pop them on nice and easy. There are many other different rails, too many to count. I'm simply just showing a couple that I have and explaining the differences. So which one should you go with? Well, think about it and figure it out.